on this computer. Okay, let's see here. Make sure everything's looking good. Good evening, everyone. Just gonna give a couple seconds here to make sure everything is looking good. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So for this live Friday review, I'm gonna go over two questions that our community member had asked, one from Sammy and the last one from Lean. Hopefully if we have time, I'll cover Lean's question, but for now, let's work on Sammy's question. If you have any questions regarding branding, marketing, or design, comment them in this comment post where I'm gonna post this video or DM me inside of school. Um, I am auditing Sammy's website because of the question she asked. So this is going to be super valuable to her. And if you want valuable insight on your website or just your brand write-up, let me know and I'll go ahead and take a look at that and give it a review as well. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to dive in to review Sammy's question. I'm going to audit it live, and give her some feedback. And she might be joining me live. Otherwise, the replay is also available. So with that, let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see here. Okay. Hey. So I have our school pulled up right here. Two screens so that we can kind of see the interaction here. And I really wanted to show Sammy's question on here so that when we do her auditing, we can like go back and forth to make sure we're answering her question. I just kind of want to make sure that my mic is working. Okay, nice. All right. And I'm pull up the chat as well. Okay. So, this is Sammy's. She's an illustrator and she does great work. And I've seen her work. She also produces amazing, beautiful, cute stuff as well. So her business is called Champala Art. Tasty art, tasty life. I love that tagline. So her question was three-part question. One is how should one structure their website to suit their business needs? What are things to think about? And two, how can we evaluate our social media language? Do I actually sound cute and friendly, or am I coming off cringe? LOL. So that's probably her copywriting in her websites. And three, if I have my own shop, what can I do to increase its legitimacy? Okay. So I did do a little studying, but it's fairly new to me too. So let's go through this auditing together. So first question, how should one structure the website to suit their business needs? What are things to think about? Okay. I remember in the conversation, in the messages, Samantha also said that for our website. The current purpose of my website is applying for anime conventions. 2025 is about pivoting my website more towards world building and character development for my original characters. Okay, so let's see. Let's just skim through the page. A lot of beautiful imagery. I like seeing that. I'm a graphic designer myself, so I'm a really visual person. I'm just gonna quickly click through all these links. Um, Chompy is on this Oceanite. Okay. So this is a synopsis of her comics. Let's see here. Okay. Illustrations. Okay, a lot of fun illustrations, graphic design. So Sammy, it seems like you have a lot of great skills and talents that you are showcasing here. You have your portfolio, comic illustrations, and then graphic design. Okay. Hi, Sammy. Thank you for joining. I know you said you had to watch your dogs, so feel free to use the chat box and I'll check that too. Okay. Otherwise, you can mute yourself and ask questions too. But otherwise, I'll keep my eye on the chat box. And I was just giving everyone an overview, Sammy, that I just went over your questions. So I'm just clicking through all your pages to see what you have here, okay? About me section. See more from the artist. Okay. Contact me. Shop. Okay, so this takes us to the shop. So, Sammy, I'm just gonna click through all of your links first. I'm gonna check out your Instagram. Wow, these are fun. Okay, I'm gonna check out your shop, pillows. I remember I was talking about your pillows and you saying that your pillows, people love buying your pillows too. So I remember us talking about that. Stickers, super fun. Okay, bundles and deals, shop all, new. Okay. Okay, cool. So the first question, let's answer that. How should one structure the website to suit their business needs? What are things to think about? Okay, so Sammy, as I'm looking at your website, even though I'm an artist and I love seeing visual stuffs, I think there is a lack of copywriting. I think the only copywriting that I see is on your comic and your About Me. I think that About Me is good. So those are the only two pages that I see that has copywriting on it. Otherwise, the other links are pretty much visual heavy. So I think as you go into 2025 and you kind of want to transition into bringing your fan art to life, I definitely think you should start introducing more of your copywriting to kind of like give yourself more personality. Because right now I don't know who you are, meaning I just know that you probably do cutesy stuff and you're fun, and maybe your About Me only tells me a little bit about who you are, but doesn't really give me your personality. And copywriting really helps with that. Um, right in your first page here. Because when you talk about do I actually sound cute and friendly or am I coming off cringe? As of right now, I don't sense any of those three. I actually don't sense anything at all because there's no copywriting for me to go off on. And I actually pulled a some inspirations to kind of show you what has been working for other illustrators. And I want you to kind of probably study these people or just kind of look at them and see how they're using their verbiage. And I'll post their links into the comment section too. So the first one is by Lionel Cookies. So she does a lot of baking and stuff, not close to what you're doing, but when I see her page, it reminds me of something fun in something like family oriented, right? So for her copy, it goes, a well-balanced diet is a cookie in both hands. And then Leonel Cookies creates handcrafted, seasonal, and custom sugar cookies. So I think that's kind of the language I kind of want to see here in your links, right? Because I don't know who you are. I don't know what personality you're giving off, meaning your verbiage. That's only when we come to comic, but this is a character. Another great example that I think you should that I want you to check out is Hannah. She's actually based in Minneapolis. She does amazing art, but her personality is very, very strong. You can sense it from her. So I'll give you some examples. So her right off the bat, she's saying, "Hey, gorgeous, I want to draw your nude." Seriously, right? Me reading that, I'm like, oh wow, okay, she's very open, she's very strong, confident. And even the simplest thing, right? Custom art, want a custom portrait of yourself? Yes, queen, you deserve it. Like that already shows so much personality. Uh, let's see if she has any more copywriting. Every year I host an event called I Fucking Love Myself. Let's see. Let's go to art. Original art. Okay, so when it comes to the art pieces, she doesn't have a lot of copy. That makes sense. So in your case, Sammy, I think I kind of want to know what your voice is, right? So I don't get that from About Me. I just get to know that this is your life story. So that's probably an improvement for your website is like, what's your voice? What kind of tone you want to be on here? For example, maybe for this portfolio page, you can say something like the cutest treats for your next celebration, right? Or like creating cutesies for everyday, creating everyday cutesies, right? Because when you use those kind of language and verbiage, we get to kind of understand what your art is kind of focused on. And let me know if you have any questions on that. That makes sense a lot. Okay, cool. Okay, how should we structure the websites? I want to talk about that too. One thing that as you go for 2025, let's see here. It does feel like your website does feel a little bit busy because when I click on these, it's just one image. So I definitely think that you don't need to have your images showed up individually here to take up this whole space. You can just have like a gallery slide. So they're all just so one section of the page where it's a gallery slide and you click on it to go next so that you can utilize more of this page to have your personality. If you're comfortable in having, images of yourself kind of like see like for example, for Hannah here, your in your homepage is basically a picture of you, and then messages, and then a gallery of like all your work. So I think you could definitely utilize the space more by just having all your arts in one bar, and then again, more copywriting from you. How can we elevate our social media language? Okay, same thing. I think it's first you having to know what your voice is. Like how do you sound like? And one way to do that, Sammy, is literally the best way to do is this. Ask people like, hey, what do you guys think of me when you guys hear my name? Or when I talk to you, how would you describe my personality? If they say like, oh wow, you're so bubbly, you're fun, you're loud, or you're very quiet, you're very to yourself. Take those and then okay, now how can I turn those into copywriting? If they say that you're very bubbly and you're loud and you're exciting, then your copywriting can be like, hey everyone, this is the best place to get your cutesy design, something like that, right? So that way you can kind of start knowing your voice. And that's the best way to identify that. It's just asking people what they think about you. Um, Okay. Oh, I could ask on IG. Yes. Yes. Ask on Instagram. Do like a poll, like, hey guys, what do you guys think of me? So that way you can identify your voice. Um, and then if I have my own shop, what can I do to increase its legitimacy? Let's see here. I don't know what you mean by legitimacy because when I look at, unless you can explain it for me, Sammy, but when I look at your shop, it feels legitimate to me already because I can definitely tell that you are established because look at the way you shoot this photo. Like the chain and the surrounding items, like that's very, very nice and very well done professionally. I don't even seen people selling products like that. So I'm really glad that you did it that way. It makes it feel so much more full and entertaining. So I feel like it's legit. Like again, this is so fun. Like I'm glad that you didn't just put it on an empty white space, but you actually have surrounding objects. So it feels really nice to me. Uh, let's see. Same thing. I don't know if this website, Square site, allows you to have like copy or headlines. Again, I think you should have more of your personality copywriting on here. For example, if it's like stickers, no, pillows or charms. Let's see. Yeah, charms. Have be fun with it. Meaning, for example, um, your backpack looks too plain or your backpack feels lonely. Give it a, character or your keychain feels too light, something like that. Like give a description where if I was to read it, that's cute, that's funny, that's like a pun, right? It makes sense. So you're saying maybe it's me feeling like it's illegitimate. Yeah, it has a lot to do with imposter syndrome too. But when I look at your site, it looks great. But then again, if you can add in fun copywriting, I think that will make it even more interesting. Uh, because right now I'm just literally looking at images and objects, but if you will have inviting verbiage like, oh my gosh, your keychain feels lonely, or something like in those lines, it at least gives me an action to feel emotion attachment to these products. Okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yep. Your personality definitely. I don't sense that at the moment. I just sense that you're probably funny and exciting because of the color. So the color already did half of the job. The next is you have to now use copywriting to do that, okay? And I'll show you how to do that, okay? Let's go a little bit more. I'm just gonna see what these other people have so that we just kind of like get inspired by them. I like to do that a lot, Sammy, and everyone watching. I like to look at what other competitors are doing and see how I can use those as inspiration. As simple as like a simple copywriting and whatnot too. Okay. Gallery. Okay. Pricing about. Okay. I'm gonna jump over to let's see. Oh, one thing, Sammy. So I know that you are very talented, meaning you have a lot of skill sets. One thing that when I see your website, something to think about is as you revamp it or you organize your pages, is that I don't know which one is your premium service. Like, are you an illustrator? Are you a graphic designer? So one thing to think about is to really structure your website and so that you don't confuse the user. Um, is to really just let me know what is your main service and then have like the graphic design or comic like tucked away on the top bar here, right? I mean, I think all of them on the left hand side works, but when I come to your page, I just assume that you do illustrations, but I would not ever thought that you do graphic design. So I guess it's just kind of more like um making your main service the hero and the other ones kind of like tucked away. Okay. 25 is about restructuring. Okay. But it does let's see. It's really set up for artists and evaluates. Okay, but it doesn't work for selling my service. Okay. Yeah. Um what website do you use for this? What's your website hosting? Is it Squarespace? Is it Portfolio Box? Okay, for this one. Okay. Um what I would do is for graphic design, um do you want to do graphic design services or you just kind of have it on there to show people that you can do graphic design? Okay, so you have it on to show. Okay. I would say, let's see. Okay. Yeah, because when I was reading through your sites and stuff, I thought that you do illustration and design work. So I think that's where copywriting is gonna come, which is very important because if you say something like, "Hey, my name is Sammy. I'm an illustrator. I create this. I also love doing design work as well." Right? That at least lets me know that oh, you only do design work secondarily, but your primary is illustrator. Because right now I feel like you are a jack of all trades. And then I'm not sure if your portfolio can, yeah, I mean, other than that, it's fine too. So I think it's just all about verbiage and wording so that the user is not confused. Okay, sounds good. Let's, I'm gonna jump over into Lean's question because Lean's question goes, well with Sammy's questions as well because he has something similar about like a presence and advertising and whatnot. And then from there, we're transitioning that into like Sammy, how do you actually find your voice? Okay. But let me review his question really quick to make sure it's still on the same page as well too. So his question was, is there necessarily a wrong way to advertise, whether by video or photo images to help reach more audiences if those are related to your services you provide? Okay. Um, let's see. It's a little similar, but since Sammy, I'm just gonna focus on yours quick, and then we can transition to Lean's because his is more about ads and stuff. So stick around. I want to show you how to really find your voice. Because even if you ask people what they think about you, like how do you take that now to do writings? And that's the most challenging part. So inside of my course. I know you're gonna have to unlock this level, but to unlock that, um, it's all about leveling up and liking people and engaging and talking to them. But you can also do that inside of your brand foundation. where it comes to the services write-ups. And Sammy, I know that you do illustration and you feel like you might not need it, but I think every business needs a service writer, no matter if you just do illustrating or you sell products or if you do everything, right? You still need a strong service write-up because then that's gonna make you feel like you sound very confident, right? So watch this lesson right here, Sammy, on your brand foundations. And just jump straight to step one. And just write it on a piece of paper for now, so you can kind of start taking people's voices they tell you into writings. And I want to show you an example here. I want to remember Catherine. Um, for her, when she was working on her brand, and I want to show you the example so you can put this into your own perspective too, was that when she came to when she was working her brand, she sounded very like businessy and very corporate. Like it's just Thrive Online, helping small businesses connect the dots to digital marketing success. So I told her that, Catherine, you sound like every other organization. Anybody can sound like this, but it doesn't sound like you. What's your voice? So me and her did some research, right? She loves weightlifting and she loves like being fit and she loves doing fitness and teaching that to her friends and family. But she doesn't have that kind of language because so in her language she's very inspiring. She's very also bold and she's to the point. But in her copywriting, she doesn't sound like that. She sounds very corporate. So at the end of the exploration, this is what we ended up doing. So inside of my program, or no, my classes, at the end of all of this, you will have built this brand one pager. Okay. So my goal in the classroom is to literally help you build your storytelling and how you should sound. So at the end of all these classes, Catherine, this is how she sounds. Okay. So for her brand personality, and Sammy, this is kind of where I want you to also brand your personality in your business. So for her, it's Thriving Dot is passionate in transforming businesses into industry leaders. Our focus is to prioritize your online visibility with over 9+ years in digital marketing. You can trust us to connect you to your audience and get back to doing what you love. So that's her business personality. Like anything that she talks about, it should kind of reflect this. So, Sammy, as you think about your business, when you create these art, what are you doing it for? When people see it, do they feel bubbly? Do they feel cheerful, right? And then one of the other thing is that the purpose is what really gave Catherine her main copywriting. Okay. So her purpose is transforming businesses into industry leaders. When we hear transforming businesses into industry leaders, what comes to mind is that it feels like this is an expert. It feels like it's a leadership. It feels very powerful and impactful. Okay. So this is her new website. And we discovered these write-up only because we discovered the brand one pager. Now she sounds like this. Conquer your online visibility. Let's help you grow and scale your business with proven effective digital marketing strategies. Compared to when she used to just say thriving online, helping small business connect the dots to digital marketing success, right? This feels more tangible, conquering your online visibility. Yeah. This sounds silly, but can you be cute and impactful? Yes, you can be cute and impactful. So the way we do that is the way I teach branding is that we are all humans at the end of the day. It's kind of impossible to know your audience's problems and issues yet because we don't have the big budget. So instead, we attack their emotions, meaning if you want to be cute and impactful, you could be something like, this order a pillowcase on the days you are feeling down, or everybody feels sad and unmotivated. Get yourself a cute keychain to lighten up your day, like that. That simple as that. That's cute and that's very impactful, right? Um, I know that you're sad today, but buy a smiley sticker to brighten up your conversations. Something like that, okay? So you can use some people's emotions like feeling sad, feeling down, unconfident, and then you use your products as an emotion to brighten up their day. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's like just your sad emotions and you use your products as a result to make them happy. Okay? So yes, you can be cute and impactful. So that's one way to really define your personality and your tone. And how you discover this, again, is all in the classroom right here. And how you go through the classroom is I really want you to take our weekly lives. And once you have the service write-ups and when you have discovered your audience or brand personality, bring to the weekly conversations and I can help you define those words. Okay. So all this was not just done by Catherine herself. It was done by Catherine and me working it together because she came to the Fridays to really have us help each other find her right words and whatnot. Okay. I've been thinking impactful means I need to be tough. Yeah, impactful means you just need to be able to touch the person that you touch emotionally, physically. No, touch emotionally. Um, that's what I mean by touch. Okay, so touch emotionally. So you just need to touch them emotionally when it means impactful in your service. Okay, because you do your arts are physical too, but it's also visuals. So we can really be emotional visually attached to your work. Okay. Let's see here. With that, I'm gonna move on onto Lean's question and then Sammy. This could also relate to you too, as you did mention about, let's see here. Oh, I'm trying to pull it up. What was the question? Okay. Uh, how can we elevate our social media language? Okay. So after, let's say they tell me after you have discovered your language and how to write onto your website and whatnot, the next best thing is even if you're an artist or you're, trying talking to, anime conventions or other business owners, like it's still very important to promote yourself. I think in anything you do business, you have to learn how to promote yourself and you have to use the right language, meaning that sounds just like you. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up some examples here that I want everyone to see as well. And this is what I mean when we have our personality and our purpose locked down. And I mean this, guys, when you have your purpose and your brand personality locked down and you know how you sound and you know what your purpose is, it's gonna make creating ads or promoting yourself so much easier. Okay. I want to give you three examples here. These are static offers from three brands that we should probably know: Vanguard, which is an investing company; Nationwide, which is insurance; and Intuit QuickBooks, which is a bookkeeping. Look at the copywriting. It's so easy. Receipt capture makes bookkeeping hassle free. Okay. Nationwide. Nationwide is so much more than insurance or financial services too, because they understand that they're a brand that does services as well. And I love Vanguard's copywriting. Your cash deserves a good home because Vanguard does 401k. They do um, Roth IRAs. They do investing, and I think deserves a good home is such a great description of what they are. Okay, and I'm gonna give you more examples of like when you find your purpose, it makes copywriting so much easier to put on your website, to put on your Facebook cover, anything. I want to show you one more example here. Um, and for Lean's question here too is that right? His question is there necessarily a wrong way to advertise, whether by video or photo images, to help reach more audiences if those are related to your services? Before you even make a video or a photo to advertise your work, you need to know why you're doing it. Okay. And the reason to know how you're going to do it is to have a strong purpose. So if you're just making a random video or post to talk about your service to get people to come to you, no one's gonna get it and they're not gonna know. Okay. So let's just say here I have an example for Moja ice cream bars. And this is all available in the classroom or in here. Okay. So for example, Moja ice cream bar, their purpose is redefining the conventions of well-being. Okay, so that's their purpose. Now, when it comes to the copywriting and the ad and messaging, okay, this is how they can break this into three different messaging. The first ad is the offer will be a bundle of 10 ice cream bars with a focus on low calorie. Their messaging is who says indulgence can't be good for you? Experience pure joy with every bite. Okay. So Sammy, in your case, if you ever want to get people to come to your website more, which is your shop, you're gonna need to start creating ads to bring people here. Because when I looked at your site, I feel like the only way people get there is just through Instagram or through Facebook or through your website, right? But you're gonna start eventually, if you want to grow, you want to start creating ads to lead people here. But how do you even create the right ads is having a strong purpose. So if your purpose is something like making every day um, or my arts bring you smiles every day, right? Or like making people smile every day. If that's your purpose is to make people smile every day, then your offer could be like, um, buy two products and make someone smile for today. And then your messaging could be, um, why only buy your friend or why only buy your girlfriend a flower when you can make her smile with two of these products? You see, all that comes back to your purpose is that you're just making people smile. Another example from Mojo Ice Cream Bar is that a variety pack featuring different flavors. The messaging is redefine what well-being tastes like. Like, look at that. Redefine what well-being tastes like. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yep, it does. So once you have a well-written purpose, it makes your copywriting, messaging so much easier because now you're not sitting there like, okay, what should I even talk about? What should I even offer? Or like, I don't even know how to drag people to come to my site, right? So once you have that, then again, it's gonna make distraction a lot easier. And how you get this, it's under our classroom. I know you guys don't see what I see because I have everything unlocked because I'm an admin, but it's under the strategy and purpose, right? And this is gonna be what level 4. So keep commenting, keep engaging with people so you can unlock that. And here I walk you through how to define your purpose, mission, vision versus purpose. I know that a lot of business owners, I don't know if you struggle with this too, Sammy, but they have I almost feel like when you talk about your brand, your marketing, don't promote your mission or vision, but instead promote your purpose. Because your purpose should be short and sweet. Your mission and vision is a little bit more lengthy, and people don't got time to read that, right? So, but they do got time to read a short sentence. So that's why I encourage us to just promote our purpose instead of mission and vision. I talk about all that in here too. And then again, guys, at the end of the day, at the end of all that, we will have established this similar to what Catherine did. Um, so yeah, so that is the main reason why I wanted you guys to have your purpose down, so it makes copywriting so much easier. Sammy, eventually you're gonna need to transition to that as well as you do sell a lot of products. Um, I do want to say try to go to this class right here, your brand foundation. Try practicing your service write-up, post it in the community, Sammy. And I want to give you feedback. I want to see what you discover. Tell me what people talk about you, or what they say, so that as you transition to 2025, you at least have some copywritings to kind of go off on. Okay. I think that's the best start. I wouldn't want you to just start thinking structurally yet. I need you to start about your brand story first, because once you kind of know how you should sound like, it's going to make the structuring so much easier. Because I don't want you to do the structuring and you don't have the right writings, then you're just going to be going all over the place. But it starts from writing first, and then we restructure, and then how do we turn those writings into ads? Sounds good? Okay. Is the is the purpose the same as a catchphrase? Yes, the purpose is a little, yes, that I guess in simple term, yes, it is kind of like a catchphrase. But the purpose is not the tagline. Okay. I'm gonna give you an example here real quick. So you guys don't have access to this yet, but I want to show you guys ahead of time so you guys can look forward to unlocking this phase. Let's see, mission and vision. Okay, so in the mission and vision purpose, I give you an example, a really great example here. Okay, so mission and vision and purpose. So the mission is why does your business exist? Your vision is what does the future look like? Okay, and then your purpose is the existence of your business. So for Nike, I'm gonna read Nike's to you guys. Okay, Nike's tagline is just do it. That's their tagline. That's not the purpose, not mission or vision. So Nike's mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Their vision is to remain the most authentic, connected, and distinctive brand. Their purpose is beautiful. Move the world through the power of sport. You see that? That is why Nike has such strong campaigns. Okay. So Nike's purpose is to move the world through the power of sport. That's an emotional impact. So Sammy, for you, if you do have a mission and vision, your mission is what are you, your vision is the future, and your purpose is that what is it that you do at the end of the day that people come back. So I'm just gonna make this up. Maybe your purpose is to um make fan art making fan art a happy experience. I don't know, something like that. So that when I see your business, I'm like, wow, I always get a good experience when I purchase fan arts from Sammy or when I see you do your fan art process. Okay. Yes. So a catchphrase is similar to that. Let's see here. See, I want to share, cover his question, Lean's question too. Um, so then last question, last answer here for the question here. We are at 436. Um, is it necessarily wrong to advertise whether by video or photo? Um, I think you can do both. I think you should do both. So Sammy, as you're here too, since you're here too, when you do promote your stuff, I know that you do a lot of static photos here, which is great. I think you should. I encourage you to try making these into videos. It could be a simple glitch animation where like the head is just twitching, right? That could be a simple video, and if the offer is probably like, uh, you know, bring a smile to your friend tomorrow by purchasing these two keychains, right? So video and photo works, but then again, you have to have a purpose of why you're making this ad. Okay. Um, let's see. I'm gonna also post these link examples, especially for you, Lean. Um, because sometimes, and for you too, Sammy, sometimes creating videos can be kind of like tricky and embarrassing or intimidating. But these four right here are the best video ads that I love to create for myself that I think you guys can too. Is one of them is a voiceover content, one of them is a pros and cons. The other one is vlogging headshot style. The other one is voiceover like a routine, right? I can definitely see you doing a voiceover routine for you, Sammy, especially when you're drawing. Just record like a 60-second video of you drawing and you just voice over it and tell people about your products and drive them to your website. Okay. And let's talk about that inside the community too. So I'll make these links available in the community. I'll also upload these pictures so it's available in the community too. With that, Sammy, are there any questions? I see that you say 25 would be more videos. Hopefully, okay, I love that. 2024, my IG Reels had better non-follower engagement, which is good. I love that. Okay, Sammy, is there anything I missed that I didn't get to cover in your website as I audit your brand in your business? No questions? Okay. Right. To you and to everyone watching, take your time to go into these classrooms, go at your own pace, at your own pace. Come to our weekly lives with any new discoveries. Other than that, keep engaging with the people, members in here, so that you can level up too. Okay? All right. Thanks, Sammy. Have a good weekend. Bye bye, everybody.